For our podcast disclaimer, please visit the episode description. Thanks so much for listening to What the Heck is Happening in HR. Today, we're going to talk about what you can do with transferable skills. I'm going to share an article, actually an editorial that was published back in the Montgomery County, Kansas Chronicle on Thursday, February 21st, 2013, 11 years ago, but still is so applicable. And it's written by Rudy Taylor and his article called Off the Cuff. And it's entitled, Just a Farm Kid is a Job Prospect Extraordinaire. Prior to me reading it, I want to just share with you, I grew up in Western New York in farm country, dairy farm country, a lot of maple sugar farms, dairy farms. So farm kids and FFA were all part of my life growing up. 4-H and having friends who took their animals to the state fair or to the county fair in particular and sold them. It was a different life. I didn't live on a farm, but I certainly had a lot of friends who had farm life as part of their resume. So this hit home for me, and I think it hits home for a lot of people when they try to find transferable skills. One time here at USF, I was doing a resume review for a gal who wanted to put her resume together. And she said to me as she sat down, I don't have much. And I said, okay, well, tell me about yourself. And she said, well, I work at Chili's. I have a lot going on there, and I'm captain of the swim team. I think it was swim team. And I need to, I just don't really have a lot of work experience for what I want to do. So we spoke about what she wanted to do. But I was really focused more on who she was as a person. And I said, so tell me what you do at Chili's. She goes, well, I'm the night manager. I said, so you handle the cash, you do the close up, you lock up. And she said, well, yeah. And I said, that's a lot of responsibility. And you're obviously very dependable. And they feel that from you. And I said, tell me about being leader of this team. And she spoke to me about that. At the end of it, her posture changed. The look on her face changed. She realized she had a lot to offer an employer in the career that she wanted to go to. And that's what Rudy Taylor has done here in his wonderful editorial. So let me read this to you. Just a farm kid is a job prospect extraordinaire. While attending a job fair last week where Taylor newspapers manned a booth, I met lots of job seekers. Some brought resumes. Others just moseyed by, picked up the free stuff on our table, and asked a few questions. But one young woman created a memory for me. She was a senior in high school seeking summer employment before starting to a community college in the fall. Are you hiring? She asked. We said probably not. But we're always looking for good resources, such as part-time photographers and writers. We'd be happy to take your resume, I told her. Then she said something that stuck with me. I'm afraid my resume wouldn't be too impressive, she said. I've spent all my life working on my parents' farm. I go to school in the daytime and do chores morning and night. Whoa. I told her to go home and create a resume and write down exactly what she told me. As a farm girl, one who has driven a tractor since she was 12, one who has cleaned out barns, scooped grain until her back ached, fed chickens, pigs, cattle, and goats, this girl knows the meaning of work. She knows about dependability and getting jobs done on time. The morning school bus won't wait until a farm kid finishes those chores. They'll be done on time, or the young student will miss that all-important ride. A young person who has put up hay, helped her dad and mother in the fairing house, or candled eggs, has something more than words to jot on a resume. Farm kids don't need to take art appreciation classes in school. They witness picturesque landscapes, sunrises, and changes in seasons as they grow up. They ride horses, drive four-wheelers, and neatly stack big bales at the edge of meadows. They fish in their ponds, learn how to handle firearms, and shoot deer, rabbits, and turkeys. They work as a family in the garden, raising, harvesting, and canning their own vegetables. Farm kids learn to keep good records on their livestock. When they raise and sell a 4-H calf, they can calculate the profit gained after deducting feed, vet medicines, and other costs. They typically know how to stand on their own 2 feet and give project talks or give oral reasons for judging a class of lambs or swine. Many of them earn leadership roles in church, 4-H, or FFA, so they can moderate a meeting to perfection using Robert's Rules of Order. They learn early in life the tactics of conservation, how to keep topsoil from washing into Oklahoma, how to plant wind barriers, and how to recognize grass-cheating weeds that need sprayed. Any farm kid can handle a paintbrush, spade a garden, pull worms from tomato plants, gather hen eggs, mow grass, groom animals, and take 1 grain of wheat, bite down on it, and determine if it's time to start the combine. And this girl thinks her resume might be lackluster? Oh, I don't think so. Put her to work in a hardware store, newspaper office, or grocery store, and she will enter the front door looking for things to do. It's the way with kids who grew up on a farm and ranch kids. Their resume is written on their foreheads and in their hearts. They should never apologize. Never. And we hope you will never forget to get a good episode, a new episode, every week on what the heck is happening in HR. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Never miss out.